Rico Lewis is a freak. This, I said it, man. This is what I'm thinking right now because listen, what he's doing on the football pitch is not normal. It's not normal, man. And we're going to explore it and we're going to speak about it and where this development can take Rico Lewis. Guys, make sure you smash that like, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Here's the thing, right? Rico Lewis, 19 years old, turned 20 in November. He was thrown in 2 years ago into, a team that really wasn't playing particularly well, and he's dealt with that. Last season, he built on that even more and was trusted even more. And we've got to the point now where obviously Kyle Walker's getting on a little bit, didn't have a particularly great season last year. And we got a decision to make on Rico Lewis and Kyle Walker at right back. And the decision doesn't have to be permanent. It can be reversed. If you decide to play Rico Lewis instead of Walker and Rico plays poorly, you can take him out, put Walker in, and you can do vice versa, right? But here's why I'd stick with Rico Lewis for the short term, at least, providing that he continues playing well, then I'd stick with him. For me, Rico Lewis is offering something this team that I think this team really, really needs, and that is this build-up from the back where he can push into that midfield, drive with the ball. This is the thing with Rico. He's an excellent ball carrier. He is. He gets the ball, he runs with it, and he creates space for other players because the opposition, they have to close him down, mate. And if they don't close him down, he'll keep running and running, this guy. And he ends up on the edge of the penalty area. Yeah? This guy's a little pit bull on the football pitch. You don't know where he's going to turn up, but he just does. And when he gets on the ball, he's making stuff happen. He's a chaotic footballer in many respects, but he's organised chaos. He knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's not an idiot. And I actually think that you can see already, even though he's only played a couple of games for the start of the season, I think you can already see an improvement based on what I saw last year. Yeah? If you look at his passing numbers are better now than they were last year. There was a number of times in games gone by, in years gone by, where a loose ball or whatever, or overrun it. You're starting to see that area of his game be refined. And when I'm watching him on the football pitch, I think he brings such a big addition to the team in our attack and our build-up play. And listen, there might be times when Walker needs to play or whatever, and you might completely disagree with what I'm saying. But I think I'd stick with Rico Lewis. And obviously, the game that's coming up this weekend, which is West Ham away, is a tough game. I'm telling you, man, Lopetegui, they got a good win at Palace 2-0. You look at their starting 11, West Ham, it's a very, very strong starting 11. A starting 11 that, in my opinion, should be finishing in the top 8 of the Premier League, right? This is a tough game, probably our toughest game we've had this season, yeah, out of Ipswich and Chelsea. And, I'd throw him in. I'd throw him into the deep end, man, because sometimes with these players, you just have to trust them. You have to trust them and be able to believe that they can do the job that you need them to do. And yes, sometimes certain players might not be able to live up to their expectation, but you've got to see if this player can sink or swim. And I think he's going to swim, and I think he's going to do it mad. And I really do. I think he's a massive, massive bonus to the team. And I think as well, you can clearly see that Pep Guardiola trusts him. You can clearly see that. He's playing these games. You know what I mean? Walker's back. He was available for the game against Ipswich. He stuck with Rico Lewis. And I just think stick with him, man. This is a player that, like I say, is turning 20 in November. You could have this guy for the next 15 years. And again, you know what I mean? You don't have to be so married to these players. Listen, I'm backing Rico Lewis, and I know a lot of you guys are backing Rico Lewis. If he starts playing poorly, take him out of the team. Do you know what I mean? I support the football club. You know what I mean? Support the badge, support the name. I don't support the players come and go. And they come and go based off various different things and reasons. And one of those reasons is sometimes they drop off a cliff, guys. Yeah? Sometimes they just ain't, they don't live up to the hype. But for my view, I think Rico Lewis is going to do it. I think Rico Lewis is going to be able to handle the pressure. And like I say, for me, listen, I know at the weekend, could he have done better on the goal? Maybe. I mean, I think he should track the runner, in my honest opinion. I think he should go with the runner rather than playing the offside trap. And he should have obviously scored. But other than that, I thought his game was overall very, very strong. And like I say, in my view, yeah, this is a player that is a top talent. Top talent. We still have to wait to see whether this is going to be his long-term position at right back. You know what I mean? I've questioned this on a number of occasions, whether that is the position or whether it is more of a midfield role. But obviously our midfield is absolutely stacked right now, so he's not going to get in there. I think stick with it. I really like it. It offers us an extra man in midfield when Rico goes in there. He's good going forward. He'll get goals. He'll get assists. He's got 4 G&A in 9 Champions League games. How mad that is. I seen it the other day. I was on his stats just looking to see what was going on. Champions League. What's going on in the champ? How many games he played in the Champions? 9. What? 1 goal, 3 assists in 9 games for a right back. That is kind of crazy, guys. You know, you have to accept that. You have to accept that it's kind of crazy. So listen, for me, stick with Rico Lewis. I think he's a freak. I think that, you know, he needs to keep his, you know, head on the ground, all that kind of jazz, all that sort of terminology. You know what I mean? He's got to stay humble. He's got to stay grounded. Got to have the right people around him, and just keep learning off of Pep. Keep learning off the players around you. Like, there's no rush, man. I think this is another thing. Yeah. Yes, this is his 3rd season in the first team, right? But he's still only 19 going on 20. You know, if you actually look at how many minutes this guy's played, right, he's not actually played that many minutes for the football club. If you look at this top one, he's played 53 games in total for Man City's first team, right? Obviously, that's what matters. 3,306 minutes. So that's around 1 season's worth of minutes. Yeah, 3,300. That's a decent amount of minutes. Yeah, that's around 1 full season of minutes in a team. So this for me is a big year because he's had that full season of minutes, 3,300. He's had 53 games. This for me now is his year. Can he cut it with the big lads? Can he cut it with the first team proper? I'm saying he can. I believe he can. Yeah, I'm putting my faith in him. I'm sticking with him. You know, even though I know it's going to be a tough game, even though I know West Ham's going to be tough, I'm going to stick it. And if he makes a mistake, boom, I want him to bounce back. Boom, I want him to bounce. You know, low-key, I kind of want him to make a mistake to see how he bounces back. Now, that sounds kind of backwards, doesn't it? And I know it sounds a bit weird. I want him to make a mistake, low-key, just to see what happens when that happens. Does he say, oh, crap, you know what I mean? I'm going to chill now. I'm going to be in a shell or whatever. Or does he say, you know, I'm going to get on the ball, man. I'm going to make things happen again. Because when, you know, in football, when you're a young player, you make a mistake. Sometimes you're like, oh, damn, man, I'm going to just take it easy. But by taking it easy, you ain't playing how you should be playing. So listen, I think Saturday night, yeah, 5:30, West Ham, it's on TV. Everyone's going to be watching. Will he even play? I mean, there has been some talks, you know what I mean, about Will Walker coming for this game. And if he does come in for the game, I understand why, because it is a tough test. But for me, I'm just sticking with him. And people say, oh, but what about Walker, LB? Walker will get minutes, man. You know what I mean? We play bare games, he'll get rotated in. And then maybe Walker will come in and maybe Walker will go up a level and be like, oh, you know, Walker's actually playing better than Rico was, so we'll stick with Walker. You don't have to be so obsessive about the players. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, I've always been a person who is, if you're playing well and you've got the shirt, you keep the shirt. Don't care what your name is. Don't care how old you are. Don't care on your fee, your wages, nothing. Your cult hero status. If you're playing well, you stick with the shirt. And for me, Rico Lewis now is playing well. So he sticks with the shirt. Guys, let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. How good do you think Rico Lewis can be this season for us? Would you start him against West Ham at the weekend? Do you think this is the breakout year? Because I do. I think this is the year that Rico puts his name on a map and potentially gets himself into the England squad. Smash a like. Make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.